What's going on, my dudes? It's boy Andy here. This is another political rant video of the new year. Today, it's a political rant video about North Korea. From his official known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Well, in Wikipedia, it is a Jewish-oriented one-party state, but actually, if I look it up, North Korea, it says... Yes, the DPRK, well, Pyongyang is the capital city, run by none other than the Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, and his father before him, Kim Jong-un, and his grandpa, Kim Il-sung. It's a unitary socialist, one-party totalitarian dictatorship. Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, that's him. He's Supreme Leader. He's the chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea. Yeah, well, the Workers' Party of Korea, its ideology, it's Jutes. Well, Jutes is self-reliance. It's best state of ideology of North Korea. Described by a regime of chemocentrism and Britain revolutionary contribution. It's a variant of Marxism slash Leninism. Equals communism. Fuck communism. A buddy of mine named Ben, who was an anti-communist like me. Seriously. Plus, the Eternal Secretary Kim Jong-il is deceased. Founded 4 years after World War II. It's in Kim Il-sung Square. Kim Il-sung is Kim On-gilist Youth League. And, yep, they have a kids organization. And there's another one, too. The Young Pioneer Corps. In 1946, International Committee of Children's and Adolescent Movements. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me, dude. Well, they merged with the Democratic Front of Reunification of the Fatherland, aka North Korea. It's like the fatherland, unlike Nazi Germany, and the motherland, which is Russia. What the fuck? So, anywho, sup, guys? So, National Federation, Democratic Front Reunification of the Fatherland. Yeah, it's called also it's initially called the North Korean Fatherland United Democratic Front. Well, they don't hold general elections. Well, communist countries like China and Cuba have no elections because they're obviously communist. But North Korea, it holds a general election every 5 years. Are you kidding me? Well, it's sort of a democracy. Well, it's not. Well, if you go there as a foreigner, you're watched by the North Korean government people. What's less worse than its own people. Yeah, well, the emblem of the WPK is the iron circle equals communism. Well, the color is red equals the Red Scare. The anthem, long live the WPK. Here's the party flag right there. Yeah. Well, here are some of the other political parties in North Korea. Alright, let's see. Workers' Party. The 7th Congress of the Workers' Party. And here are the elections. Yeah, there's one of the propaganda poster. You're supposed to vote, and that's it. What the heck is this? The Social Green Social Democratic Party. independence, sovereignty, democracy, peace, and defense of human rights. Only 50 seats in the Supreme People's Assembly. Or the Petit Bourgeoisie. It's kind of like, well, it's less government. Socialism, it's communism, it's easygoing cousin. And here's the Jewish Changyu Party. Religion, Chandoism. Which means it's a 20th century Korean religious movement based in the 19th by Dongkak Neo-Confucian movement founded by Cho Jae-yu and codified. It has origins in peasants' rebellions which arose starting in the 1812 in the Joseon Dynasty. That was during the Korean Dynasty. And it's party, where else? Pyongyang. And here's the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan. Well, guess what? It's in Japan. And I don't. General Association of Korean Residents. Independence 3. Only 687 of the Democrat friendly on the reunification for the fatherland. And there is the eternal presidents Kim Il Sung and Kim Jong Il to the right of him. Yeah, this is the right, that's the left. You serious right now? And plus, they use ballistic missiles, and any of them don't work. And it's described as an absolute monarchy, well, it's a family dictatorship. Yeah, and it's the communist society replacement of Sungun, its military first policies, perceiving imperialist enemies such as this country and the rest of the world. They're good. We are evil. End of story. We got the Central Military Commission and the Great Leader System. And theory received by Kim Jong-ju and Kim Jong-il. Oh, wait a second. We're still at the... Also 3 million members. Kim was officially declared supreme leader after the fallen safe union of his father. Kim also titles of in order. Chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, Chairman of the State Affairs Commission, First Chairman of the National Defense Commission, First Secretary of the Workers' Party of Korea, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, Chairman of the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, Deputy to the 13th Supreme People's Assembly, Vice Chairman to the Central Military Commission of the WPK, and that's it. Korean workers, well, they have a kid. Kim Ju-ae. That's the name. And well, he's the Marshal of the Republic, or wants to. It was a very high military rank in South Korea and North Korea. Jesus Christ. Yep, South Korea. Well, South Korea is doing quite nice. But North Korea, they got nothing. Nothing. Also, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un's half-brother, well, it's a Korean name. Well, Kim is the family name. So, he's 45. He was born in North Korea. About 1971 to 1981. That's like a 13 or 14 years before his half brother was born. So he got married. So the residents are Kim Jong-il's dad, Sung Hai-rim, his mom, Kim Il-sung grandfather, Kim Il-sung's sister, Kim Jong-un half brother, Kim Jong-chol half brother. So he lives in Macau, Singapore, and Malaysia. Also from the Korean People's Army. It's not bad. And let's see. Yeah, he assumed office in 2011. Yeah, there's my cemetery right there. Look at those. I don't say it once. Gooks. Seriously. I'll look it up if I have to. It's like a racist title for Asian people. Well, no offense against Asian, but I take great offense to the North Korean people. And what else? What else? Beijing pin economic policies, and look at economic policies. Economic reform sent to China can begin mentioned by North Korean State as President or Chen Chigo Ryang or whatever it's called. Some of comprehensive economic measures, the social corporate responsible management system, or SERMS for short. Yeah, they get weapons of mass destruction. Oh, guess what? Hey, buddy, what's going on? Nothing. All right. Purges. So they got purges and executions. Just like the second Soviet Union during Stalin's reign, and they got massive human rights violations. Personality. Kenji Fujimoto, Japanese chef. Also, it was Japanese chef who was Kim Jong-un's personal cook. And plus Kim Jong-un. He was obsessed with basketball and computer games. Well, we're still talking about North Korea. Alright, blah 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 blah. Alright. Also get all the stuff on Wikipedia. So, Japanese occupation, here it goes, 21st century. Bill Clinton met with Kim Jong-il. Also, Kim Jong-il died from a heart attack. Over the following years, North Korea then developed its nuclear arsenal despite international condemnation. No tests were performed 2013 between 2013 and 2016. Military divisions, Pyongyang, South Pyongyang. Pyongyang also here's the Masude Assembly Hall. Also, you can't wear jeans in North Korea. Yeah, because it symbolizes us, the enemy of the North Korean people. Political ideology. There's the Juche Tower. Initially promoted a creation of Marxism / Leninism equals low communism. Alright. Well, to the rest of the world, it is an absolute monarchy. To them, it's like the happiest place on earth. You think it's alright, but inside of them, they're just absolutely terrible, absolutely miserable. Yeah, the personality cult, just like in the former Soviet Union. Law enforcement, plus it's tightly controlled in North Korea. Travel is strictly controlled. Law enforcement, law in North Korea. I'm not gonna get to that. Well, I'll put it this way: labor camps. I'll put into 2 words: labor camps. Yeah. 16 of these. I think there's like 18 labor camps. Also, they got mass surveillance. And plus, they got their own games. Look at that. A China deregulated relationship. Look at that. China and North Korea are very close. The one is communist, and the other communist. Yeah, Korean reunification. No, and there's not going to be reunified anytime soon. Plus, they use old equipment from the former Soviet Union. Seriously. Also, they use like their own. There's their own railroad system, air, and also they use airlines like Air Korea. Plus they got, seriously, they got old equipment, society. Well, it has a small Chinese community for one thing, and starvation. Look at that. And look at Kim Jong Un. There's a missed meal in his life. Well, he's pronounced dead in 2012. I said to myself, thinking, God, this guy's dead. And look at this. The family has significant impact on population growth rate. Late marriage at the military service, limited housing space, and long as work or political studies further exhaust the population and reduce growth. Well, national birth rate is like 14 or I rounded off to 15. So like 15 births per year per 1,000 people. Extended families, mostly in two-room units with only TV, which is state-owned by Korean Central TV. And they got education, they got nursery schools, kindergartens. Well, listen to this. The study in Russian and English was made compulsory in upper middle schools in 1978. And they got religion. Well, North Korea is an atheist state, just like the Soviet Union back in the I'm back in the 20s and 50s. And freedom of religion was a right to religious ceremonies are Constitution guaranteed. Look at the Constitution. Well, it's changed over time. But look at it. And they got 13.5 practice Chintoism, 4.5 are Buddhist, and 1.7 are Christian. Freedom of religion and right to religious ceremonies are Constitution guaranteed. If you're a foreigner. Turn this in heavily. See, former American citizens loyalty, just like the ranking ladder in India or whatever it's called. Human rights, prisons, defectors, and look at this. A propaganda poster. See it there? North Korean kids fighting us, the imperialistic pigs. Propaganda. The economy. They got nothing. Foreign tourists. Central bank to DPRK. And well, they both got tourism. And look, it's an isolated fortress. It's cold war being isolated dictatorship. Much like its southern neighbor, South Korea, it's doing quite nice. Even though, yep. Well, the Prime Minister of South Korea is acting president, and they got their own, transportation, like this high-speed railroad system. Also, it connects with the Trans-Siberian Railroad through Regime. So, if you took a train to Russia, you're free, and you get off, tap your passport, and you just live. You just live off the land. I don't go mad in North Korea. Well, they got its own diesel units too, like this one, the M62. Well, it's a Soviet diesel locomotive. Well, it's used in the Eastern Bloc. Yeah, it's a former socialist state and formerly holds elections. Yeah, they got space technology, telecommunications. They got nothing. Culture, most of the national treasure in North Korea, a Buddhist temple, art, music, literature. The government emphasized music on this folk-based tunes on Russian music at the 20th century. Also, they got an all-girl pop band. And here's the media. Smuggled DVDs reports without borders index. Media North Korea. Press freedom, call personality. Blah 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 blah. Also, they got a public newspaper. List the TV North Korea. Korean Central TV. Let's look at that. Shit, I'm almost done with this plug Rant video. Got a few more things. Cuisine. They got nothing. They got no food. While cuisine has evolved centuries of social and political change, we're interested to perform music and dance. Well, there you have it, dudes. Plug Rant video by North Korea. Thanks for watching, subscribe more vlogs, like and comment, keep it awesome, find me on Snapchat, 89649, Twitter at 89spin. Thanks for watching, see you next time, peace out my dudes.